بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. This is also our topic that is basically for i'rab or status. So like that, damatan, fatatan, kasratan, right? So the light and heavy discussion was also for i'rab, and this ism flexibility is also basically based on i'rab. So we are talking about like the flexibility of i'rab, and i'rab is on the ism, right? So we can say ism flexibility, but basically we are learning i'rab, or you can say status is the properties of any status. So that light versus heavy is also the property of i'rab, and flexibility is also the property of i'rab, or we can say tasrif as well. Okay, so first let's see the definition, ism flexibility, and then we'll learn further. So ism flexibility or i'rab refers to how a noun changes its ending based on its grammatical position in a sentence, like subject and object. So this we'll learn more in detail, because right now we are just learning what i'rabs are, right? Like those rafa, nasab, and jar. These are i'rab, right? Rafa, nasab, and jar. So now an ism, if an ism is in rafa status, so in Arabic there are some reasons an ism would be in rafa, or an ism is in nasab status like this one. There are some reasons. That's how an ism can be in rafa or nasab. Or if it is in jar, there are a couple of reasons. Because of those reasons, an ism can be in jar status. Like for example, let's say subject, right? So when we say if an ism is a subject, so subject is always in rafa status. Just like for your right now, uh, just to cover this, right? If an ism is an object, so in Arabic, object is always in nasab status. So let's say Musliman, if you go, and there are a few more reasons as well, right? But just for example, right? So if Musliman, so Musliman cannot be a subject. So in Arabic, because it's in nasab status. Subject in Arabic are in rafa status. Like when you are making a sentence, right? So when you make a sentence, and in sentence you are using a subject. So when you use a subject, you have to put the matan on it. You have to put it rafa status. And if in a sentence you are using an object, so that object cannot be in rafa status. It would be in nasab status. And for jar, there are a couple of reasons for jar. All right. So basically, what is happening? Arabs are, what are they doing? Like basically Arabs are telling you the grammatical position of a word in a sentence, like whether that word is a subject, or that word is an object, or it's something else, right? So, and that's what Arab is. And Arab is what? Basically how a noun changes its ending. So those are Arab are. That we already learned, right? Like if you have damatan, or if you have fatatan, or if you have kasratan, these are Arab. In Arabic we say Arab, and in English we can say it status, we can say end casing, case. Like there are different names. Different books use different names. Or you can say also flexibility as well, right? Flexibility. So flexibility has nothing to do with pairs and plural. So when we learn about flexibility, so basically what we're gonna do, we're just gonna focus on the singular form of a ism. We're not gonna talk about pairs. We're not gonna talk about plurals, whether it's masculine or feminine. We're not gonna talk about them. Only we'll focus on singular ism. So like this one, Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. This column. So now let's see different types of flexibility. So types of flexibility. In Arabic, nouns are either declinable. So now I'm using this term, right? Declinable, and it's called morab, or it will be non-declinable, mabni. So when we say an ism is declinable, means its ending will change. So when we say its ending will change, means like this, like this is the ending, right? The harka on the last letter, or its i'rab. So if the ending is changing, that ism would be called, it is declinable. So now Muslim, I'm just introducing a new term today, right? So Muslim word is a declinable word. Why? Because its ending is changing. It's changing, like it sometimes it is damatan, sometimes it's fatatan, sometimes it's kasratan. So this ism is declinable. Why? Because its ending is changing. All right. So declinable means if the ending of an ism is changing, that ism will call declinable or morab. And if the ism is non-declinable, means if its ending is never changed, or its ending is not changing, or it's not changeable, that ism will call non-declinable. Now within declinable, we have two subtypes. So one is fully declinable and one is partially declinable. Fully declinable in Arabic we say it munsarif, and partially declinable we say ghayru munsarif ya ghayr munsarif. So there are two further types of morab. Both are declinable, like munsarif also declines, or their ending also change, and ghair munsarif also declined, their ending also change, but one is fully declinable, one is partially declinable. Fully declinable or munsarif, so we are learning this one. So as its name says, right, fully declinable means it's fully declined. Like in each statuses, like in Rafa, Nasab, and Jar, each statuses, its ending change. So it is the default state for a word. A fully declinable word is a word that can show all three statuses. Like in all three statuses, it has three unique endings. That's the ism that we are learning since day one. That's the ism that we are learning since day one, like in our from class 1 till today. So like Muslimun, right? So Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. So in three statuses have, like, this is the, you can say this the easiest or summarized definition. So three statuses have three unique endings. Like in Rafa, it is the matan, nasab, the ending is fatatan, in jar, kasratan, right? So each status has a different ending, or you can say three statuses have three unique ending. In Rafa, it has Muslimun, un sound. Nasab, it an sound. Jar, it has in sound. So Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. All right. So that's called fully declinable because it's completely declining, or it's declining in each statuses. All statuses, it has a different or unique ending. All right. So that is fully declinable or munsarif. So this is our munsarif, and this is our default. This is the default state. Like this is what we are learning since day one. Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. All right. Now let's see the non-declinable. So nouns whose final letters retain the same form in all three grammatical cases. Now, before today, right, we always learned that an ism is in three statuses. And if you see dammatan, it's rafa. If you see fatatan, it's nasab. If you see kasratan, jar. But now we are moving forward, right? So now we are going a little bit more deeper. So this is definition that what we learned in past is not correct for all type of isms. There are some isms or handful of isms that never declines. They always stay the same, whether they are in rafa status, whether they are in nasab status, whether they are in jar status. Their final letter retains the same form. It doesn't change its haraka, always the same. All right, so that's why we tell them, or we call them, non-declinable or mabni. So these words are opposite of fully declinable, yeah, because they're fully declinable, you have three different unique endings. Non-declinable, you have same ending, right? So it's just opposite to each other. So the summarized, or you can say the concise definition is three statuses have one ending. So it's just completely opposite to fully declinable. Fully declinable had three statuses with three unique endings, like Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. And non-declinable, three statuses have one ending, partially declinable or ghair munsarif. So we covered this fully declinable, we covered this non-declinable. Now we're talking about partially declinable. All right. So as its name says, right, it's declinable, but it's partially declinable, not fully declinable, right? So these are the words that can only display their status in two ways. So like fully declinable that we learned shows status or declinability three ways, right? Mabni, only one way, always look like same, right? Or non-declinable. Not sorry, morab. Morab, both are morab, right? So munsarif or fully declinable. So they show their statuses in three ways, like un, in, right? Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. Mabni or non-declinable, they show their statuses only in one way, always same, like Musa, 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 Isa, 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 always same. So partially declinable, they show their statuses only in two ways. So these are the words that never take, and one of the another property. So partially declinable words are the words they never take tanween and never take kasra in the jar form. Okay, so that's very important point. So if you have any question, just right away ask. So the partially right. So far, we learned that ism has tanween, right? And then the only case we learned that, if you remember, that an ism cannot take tanween in four cases or four reasons. There are four reasons that an ism doesn't take tanween, right? And when an ism doesn't take tanween, we say it light. All right, so just to try to understand the terminology, right? So when there is no tanween on ism, we just learned last week, and then today also I revised. When there is no tanween on ism, we say it light, right? So if you remember, one of the four reasons we learned that an ism will be light when it is partially declinable, right? So now we are covering that partially declinable now. So the partially declinable ism never take tanween. What does it mean in terms of terminology? It means they're always light. And what does it mean? They're always light. Means there is no dhammatan, there is no fathatan, there is no kasratan on the last letter. They will have a single dhamma, single fatha, single kasra. That's what it means. They never take tanween means they are light. Light means no dhammatan, no fathatan, no kasratan. And also, so that's the first property. So all partially declinable isms, they never take tanween. And number two, they never take kasra in jar status. Right? So now before today or before just right now, we learned that in jar status, ism take kasra, right? Kasra then like Muslimin. So Muslimin means it is in jar status because it is taking kasra tan or it has kasra. But for these particular ism like partially declinable ism, they never take kasra in the jar form. All right? So then what do they take? Right? If they don't take kasra, what do they take? So now let's see. They take a single dhamma in rafa form. So no tanween, right? Only single. Single dhamma, single fatha, single kasra. They take single dhamma in a rafa form, single fatha in nasab form, and also a single fatha in jar form. So jar form may be they take fatha. So in rafa, Yusufu, so no tanween, right? Yusufu, U sound. In nasab and jar, Yusufa, Yusufa, A sound. That's why we say it partial because in jar they have same ending as nasab. All right. So that's why we say that these are the words that can only display their status in two ways. All right. So three statuses have only two endings. So when three statuses have three unique endings, they are fully declinable, like Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. When three statuses have same ending or unique or just one ending, those are non-declinable, like Musa, 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 Isa, 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 right? Or pronouns simply hum, all right? Allazi, 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 Haza, 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 always same. Partially declinable when three statuses have two endings, and also they will never take tanween, right? So like in Rafa, Yusufu, in Nasab and Jar, Yusufa, same, Yusufa, Yusufa. So three statuses, two ending. Ibrahimu, Ibrahima, Ibrahima, Makkatu, Makkata, Makkata, right? Ismailu, Ismaila, Ismaila. Two endings in three different statuses. So these are called غير منصرف in Arabic and in English partially declinable. Okay. Let's go to now how to identify them, right? So there are almost 11 to 12 different types. So I'll only going to cover three, the most common because it will confuse you a lot. So this is the basically advanced topic. But as we are covering ism, so I still would like to cover a little bit. But the remaining nine types to identify them, we'll cover in detail later when we reach to an intermediate or advanced level. But right now, just I'm going to cover three types to how to identify partially declinable words. So number one. So this one also I think I touched a little bit last time. So today now you're going to see non-Arab names. So all non-Arab names. When we say non-Arab, like we are talking about Saudi Arabia and some you can say locations close to it. Those are all Arab names. So non-Arab names are partially declinable. Okay, and when we say partially declinable means they are light, no tanween. Number two, no kasra. in jury status, right? So these are the two property. Let's say these are all non-Arab name. In this first table, these are non-Arab names. So like Yusuf. So in Rafa, it will be Yusufu. In Nasab and Jar, Yusufa. Ismail. So in Rafa, it will be Ismailu. And Nasab and Jar, Ismaila, Ismaila. So no tanween, always light. And in Jar, no kasra. Right? Ibrahim, Ibrahimu in Rafa. Ibrahima, Ibrahima in Nasab and Jar. Yaqubu in Rafa. Yaquba, Yaquba in Nasab and Jar. Maryamu in Rafa. Maryama, Maryama in Nasab and Jar. Alright? So all non-Arab names would be partially declinable. Okay? But Arab names are fully declinable. So even like your name, my name, right? These are Arab names, these are Arabic names, right? So they are all fully declinable. And other than that, in Quran, like there are 4 Arab prophets names mentioned in Quran. But yeah, these are the 4 Arab prophets like Muhammad, Shu'aib, Saleh, and Hud. So Muhammadun, so these are fully declinable because these are Arab names. So Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin, Shu'aibun, Shu'aiban, Shu'aibin, Salihun, Salihan, Salihin, Hudun, Hudan, Hudin. Okay, so there is an exception in this rule. So 3-letter names with a sukun. So if it is a non-Arab name, right? Let's say if it is a non-Arab name, but it's had a 3-letter only and the sukun on a middle letter, then they will be fully declinable as well. Okay, so we just learned that non-Arabic names are partially declinable, but now we are learning an exception. So if you have a non-Arabic name, like these 2 prophets are non-Arab, Lut and Noah, right? Their origin was not from Saudi Arabia or close by regions, they were far. So if there is a non-Arab name, but that non-Arab name has only 3 letters and sukun is on the middle letter, then that will be also fully declinable. What does it mean? It means it will take tanween and it will take kasra as well in jar status. Second type is all feminine names and uniquely masculine name. What does it mean? I'll cover later. So all feminine names are always partially declinable. So all feminine names like Aisha, Khadija, Zainab, right? Maryam, Fatima, uh, whenever we're going to use them, they will be always partially declinable. And when we say partially declinable, what does it mean? It means they are light, they will be light. Number 2, no kasra in jar status, right? These are the 2 properties of partially declinable isms. All right. So all feminine names are partially declinable, means no, they're light, no kasra in jar. So in Rafa, let's say Aisha, right? So in Rafa, it will be Aisha too, and in Nasab and Jar, Aisha ta. Khadija, in Rafa, it will be Khadija too, and then Khadija ta, Khadija ta. Zainabu, Zainaba, Zainaba. Imanu, like if it is as a feminine name. Imanu, Imana, Imana. All right, so that's the first part. Second part, uniquely masculine name. So what does it mean? Uniquely masculine names, the masculine names that have no feminine counterpart, right? Because like Hamza too. Now there is no feminine counterpart for this, right? Why? Because it is basically using ta marbuta. So by form it's feminine, but because this name is assigned to a male or it is used for a male, that's why there is no feminine counterpart for that, right? It will always be only used for masculine. So Hamzatu, Hamzata, Hamzata. Muawiyatu, Muawiyata, Muawiyata. Umaru, Umara. This is a different rule. So I'm not going to cover today, but that's a different rule. Umaru, Umara, Umara. Usmanu, Usmana, Usmana. These are because of a different rule. So I'm not going to touch today because you're confused. There are lots of rules, right? I'm just going to mainly cover the basics one today. So the third is proper names of a place. Okay? Now we're talking about place. So first we talk about non-Arab names, partially declinable. Then we talk about female names and unique masculine name, partially declinable. And then now proper names of a place. So proper names of places are partially declinable. Let's say Makkah, right? Makkah is a proper name of a place, right? So Makkah, it will be partially declinable. Mean, no tanween and no kasra in jar status. So Makkatu, Makkata, Makkata. That's how you use it. Yasribu, Yasriba, Yasriba. Jahannam is also a specific name of a place, right? So Jahannamu, Jahannama, Jahannama. All right? Jahannamu, Jahannama, Jahannama. Because it's a specific name of a place. Partially declinable. Now some places like in Arabic, some places have al. So in such cases, when you have an al, then it will be fully declinable. So what does it mean? Fully declinable means 3 status three endings. So like in jar, it will take kasra. So like al-i'raqu, right? So always, I don't know why, but like some places they use al with them, and some places they don't use al. So like with Iraq, they use al-Iraqu. They say al-Hindu. But I think for Pakistan as well, I think they use al-Pakistan. So al-Iraqu, al-Iraqa, al-Iraqi. Now it is taking kasra. Why? Because of this al. So if a specific name of a place has al, then it can take kasra. Other than that, if there is no al on a specific name of a place, then it will be partially declinable, means light and no kasra in jar status. Alright, so al-Hindu, al-Hinda, al-Hindi. Again, same exception here as well. Three-letter name with a sukoon on the middle letter are always fully declinable. So let's say this Adna. This is a place name, but because it has only three letters and the middle letter has sukoon on it, so this will be fully declinable. Means it will take tanween and it will take kasra in jar status. So Adnun, Adnan, Adnin. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وآله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا إنك جامع الناس ليوم لا ريب فيه إن الله لا يخلف الميعاد. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين.